bike's almost 62 years old, 2,000 original miles. We just went through it. It runs great. Guys, feast your eyes on the class of 1965 Honda S90, considered to be one of the most important bikes of the 60s for Honda when they were still not a dominant force, but an up and coming, soon to be dominant force in American motorcycling. This bike introduced a lot of street riders to Honda. The reliability of this bike was second to none. These engines are considered to be bulletproof even to this day. Honda runs a very similar configuration, overhead cam, 2-valve, 4-stroke. This one is stood the test of time. It's been in a private collection for many years, showing only 3,200 miles on it. It retains all the original cycle parts. It's original paint on the tank, original paint on the frame. The frame has not been repainted on this bike. And from there, we just took it, you know, went through it top to bottom, front to back, gave it a full, what we'll call a full preservation service and tune up, and a full cosmetic going through. The tank was vapor honed, the inside of it, and it still has that red coating on the inside. It looks beautiful. On the inside, it's super clean. New fuel pickup was installed, new fuel lines. The carburetor was completely rebuilt. New air filter, new carburetor intake seals. We tested the compression. It's 150 psi, which is perfect, and also went to adjust the valves, and they were perfectly spot on. They didn't even need to be adjusted. Clutch works perfectly. Transmission works perfectly. The bike runs real strong. I'm 220 pounds, and it hauls my butt down the road 50 miles an hour. They're rated for 60 to 65. I guess that would be downhill, but you know, you can keep up with traffic on country back roads. And I've got an extensive work order on it here. I'll show you quickly what we're looking at. This is the handwritten portion of it. I'll try to interpret all this for you. This is page 2. And then we've got the parts list is a full page of parts. Then there's 2 pages in the detail shop, everything I did. So it's a 5-page work order, total of 70 hours of shop labor. We bill out at $150 per hour. So the labor alone is probably exceeds what the bike is worth. But we don't cut any corners when we do them. We make them perfect, and then we put them up for auction and let the market determine what the value is. Interestingly, one is sold on Bring a Trailer for $9,300 recently, and several others in the $4,500 to $6,000 range on Mecum. Pristine examples have recently bought $7,700 to $8,800. So they are going up in value for originals. What's valued is original paint, original cycle parts, unmodified, and that's what we're looking at with this bike here. The engine oil was changed. The spark plug is new. The carb was rebuilt with a new needle in seat. The points were cleaned. Went through the whole wiring system on it. Went through everything on it. Made sure everything was dialed in on it. Installed a new battery. Went through lubed all the cables. Adjusted the rear brake lever. Vapor honed the tank, as I mentioned. The seat has a new seat cover on it. And new fuel lines. A new battery. Going down the parts list here, you can see the tank badges on here. Those are brand new reproduction Honda Motor Company S90 badges. The foot peg rubbers are brand new reproduction. The shifter lever rubber is brand new. The seat cover is a new replica seat cover. The intake tube rubber is new. The passenger foot peg rubbers are new. The the speedometer has a new seal and a new O-ring. Has a brand new gas cap with a new O-ring, a new air filter, a new 6N6-3B battery, a new DHA spark plug, brand new gold 528 chain, new float needle and seat, new bowl gasket, new spark plug boot, a new OEM style Duro tires, which are exact replicas of what the original ones look like, except for these are brand new with the hairy nubs still on them, ready for another 60 years. New fuel petcock O-ring and seal, new ignition key, new fresh 10W40 oil, and of course the new fuel filter. So that was a service part of it. Then it went down to Leo. Leo is one of our Honda restoration experts here. He loves these. I let the guys pick the bikes they're going to do here, which is, I don't know any other shops that do that, but we got 160 bikes waiting to get done. So I figure might as well have the guys work on something they're going to take a lot of pride in. And Leo cut no corners on this bike and went through it top to bottom, a total of 42 hours of restoration labor he put into it, bringing the grand total up to 57 hours. So you see all the aluminum on the bike was polished. That point cover right there has been polished. The engine cover with the Honda logo is pro polished. Every piece of aluminum on the bike was pro polished. He polished the stator cover, the point cover, the clutch cover, the valve cover. This one right here, the valve cover. Polished the exhaust, polished the brake pedal, polished the shifter, polished the kickstand, cleaned and polished the rear shocks. The swing arm was in fact repainted. The original paint was in rough shape. He did not repaint the frame or the fuel tank. That's the original 61-year-old Honda paint on this bike. He painted the triple clamp. He polished the frame. All of the paint, the original paint, was polished and then waxed. Did a little touch-up paint on the frame. There was a couple of paint chips on it, but the lion's share of that frame's original paint. He repainted the air filter cover, repainted the front fender. That was completely repainted. Painted the back fender, painted the taillight bracket. The center stand was vapor honed and repainted. Painted the center stand and the foot peg brackets. The wheels were vapor honed in our vapor hone cabinet. Totally cleaned and detailed to the nines. Front and rear wheels both went through the vapor honer. The rims and spokes were polished. The drum brakes were polished, both the front and back. Brake backing plates were polished, and the engine was meticulously cleaned. So there's not a speck of dirt anywhere on this bike. A total of 42 hours shop labor there, 15 in the 28 hours in service. Excuse me, 28 hours in service. 42 in the detail shop, so a total of 70 hours at 150 per hour is $10,500 plus $676 in parts is $11,170. That's why I say you're better off buying one that was done than doing it yourself, because we've gone through and we've assumed all the liability, and frankly, it's unlikely we'll get back just what we invested in the work order, not including purchasing this from a collector and shipping it cross country. It was part of a larger collection, so we make money on some of them, we lose money on some of them, but it is what it is. Total labor of love. Leo loves these bikes. Lee Mack, who was a tech, he picked this bike as one he wanted to do, and I picked it as one because I purchased it. It's my fault. I'll take the blame. And Insanity's repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results, but in the end, the truth is, this bike will sell for decent money, less than we have on the work order and the purchase and shipping price. But I'm preserving a piece of moto history, and as the museum owner, that's my charter. That's what I do. I resurrect these bikes from whatever level they come in as. This one was all complete and in decent shape and collector owned, so I figured I'd give it the love it needs, and we did. So it's going up for auction on eBay if it's not sold beforehand. 3,234 miles. It's ready for another 60 years. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.